Welcome, dear friends, to Microsoft Office PowerPoint Beginner Guide. PowerPoint is required to create visually engaging presentations that effectively communicate ideas, data, and concepts to an audience. PowerPoint is used in business, education, and various professional settings to deliver organized and impactful presentations. Some basic things that we will cover in this tutorial are adding text to your slides and some guidelines for text on slides, inserting images to your slides, slide design and creating slides. We will then cover some more advanced topics, applying transitions and animations, managing your slides, presenting your slideshow. Let us check the interface first. This is the ribbon, followed by the slide manager. And this is the slide viewer. Here is where you can see the slide count. First, we will see adding and formatting the text in a PowerPoint slide. Like Word, Microsoft PowerPoint allows you to adjust many aspects of your font. Use the ribbon menu to access these options. Let us see an example. First, let us see in how many ways you can format a text. We have seen similar options in Microsoft Word. For example, in this paragraph, I want to change the font type. I simply go here and choose the type of font that I want. Now, I can also change the size of my font. I want to make it bigger, I can do the same. If I want to change the color of my font, I can do that too. For example, I can choose whichever color I like, or I can choose some more color options like this. Now let us see some other formatting options. For example, I want to highlight this in bold. So I can go and click this bold option. If I want to highlight this in italics, I can choose the italics option. And similarly, you can choose the other emphasis options. Now we can also use the paragraph option just like in Microsoft Word. For example, if I want to place this particular line in the center, I can go and choose this option. Some other formatting options that might be handy, for example, the line spacing. Over here, we do not have any spacing between the lines, but if I want to introduce it, it could be by changing these numbers. As you can see, the higher I go, the more space between the lines. And we can have custom line options as well. For example, before the text starts, how much spacing do you want? Let us see the impact of this. Now you can see here that in my text box, this particular space is now introduced, which was not there before. I can also use the word art feature similar to Microsoft Word. For example, I can choose this style and type my text. And I can change this style by using the word art styles that I have here. Similar to Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint also does spell check and grammar error mistakes it can rectify. For example, in this sentence, the word spelling is wrong, so it will give you an option to correct the spelling. Similarly, here there is mistake in the grammar, so it will give you options to choose the correct option to change. For example, I changed the verb. Just like we introduced the text option, we have many other things that we can insert in our slide, like the pictures, shape, smart art, various types of charts, video, etc. Now let us see how to insert pictures. It is same as how we insert pictures in Word. You can insert it from your device, from the stock images, from online pictures. Here we will just choose one image from the stock images. For example, we select this and it gets inserted. Similarly, you can insert various shapes like this one, and like the fonts, you can change the styles if you like. You can fill in any color of your own choice. You can add text to the shapes, and you can make any changes inside this text as well. You can change the outline, and there are many more formatting options with the shape. Now let us see how we can make use of smart art in PowerPoint. It is exactly the same way as in Microsoft Word. So let's go to the main menu and choose smart art. Suppose I want to create this kind of a chart. So I will select the hierarchy type. Say I select this one and I said OK. I can remove the shapes that I don't want. I can delete it, and now it has become exactly like this, and I can type whatever text I want in this box. If you want, you can change the color schemes as well. Now, suppose I have this list of types of coffee and I want to convert this into smart art. So I simply select this list, right click, and choose the convert to smart art option. How easy this is. And now I can select the type of hierarchy I want, and look, it automatically got converted. And again, you can choose whatever color combination you want. Now let us start creating the slides. You will see there are many different types of slides that you can choose from. Let us see how a new slide is inserted. We go to the main menu, select insert, and look at this button, which is called new slide. Click on this little drop down button. You will see the ready-made themes which Office provides. Most of the times, the presentations start with title slide, followed by the title and content slide. But depending upon your presentation, you can select from these pre-existing themes, or you can create your own slide. Let us start with title slide. Over here, you can simply select or you can simply type a title of your presentation. For example, if I'm giving a presentation on type of coffee, and here I want to mention the name of the presenter. So I simply say by ABC or XYZ. Now, if I want to give more details in my next slide, say I want to explain the theme to my audience. So if I want, I can again repeat my title, or I can have a different type of title. And here, either I can directly insert a picture or I can type something that I want. If you want to type, you can simply give a description, say an introduction of why you want to give this presentation. Or if you want to start off with a picture, these are ready-made icons that are provided. For example, this one is for stock images, pictures, so you don't have to go to the menu and select your buttons. You can directly click here and you will get what you want. For example, if I want a icon, I can simply select there and choose whatever icon I want and insert it. Now suppose you want to insert a slide where you want to compare two different types of coffees. So we have a ready-made template for comparison. For example, I want to compare hot coffee with cold coffee. So instead of me going and choosing different types of shapes to create these tables, I already have a ready-made template and I can start my comparison. We saw the various predefined slides that Microsoft PowerPoint provides us. Now let us see some more options it gives us for designing our slides. Now let us again have a look at the title slide. You can see that by default, the designer in Microsoft PowerPoint has given me certain design options. Now you will see some more magic. Now my title is Type of Coffee, and you will see that the designer will start giving me some other options based on my title. You can see automatically Microsoft PowerPoint got a lot of pictures which are related to my theme of coffee, and I can select these slides instead. Now I have created another slide which is the introduction slide. I gave a little description of why I want to open this coffee shop, and I added an image to demonstrate more details about my coffee shop. Now I can keep my slide the way it is, the way I designed, or I can choose the ready made designer options that are given here. Suppose I want to keep it just the way it is, and I have another option of choosing the themes myself. For example, I want to choose this theme. Now, depending on the kind of presentation, you can select the theme. If it is a casual presentation, you can select bolder colors, bolder designs. If it is a formal presentation, then maybe you can keep it simple. I want to select this theme, and in this theme, there are different variants as well. For example, if this is purple color, but I want an orange shade. So I can choose this variant. Now suppose I want to create a slide similar to this one. So I just right click and select the duplicate slide option. And I can simply change the title to whatever title I want. And I can change the images or the text, etc. Now suppose I decide I don't want this theme anymore. So I again go back to design and choose a plain template. And if I want to give my own design to this, I can change the format background and I can choose whatever color I want. For example, I want yellow color. Over here too, we have different types of options like gradient, this kind of texture or pattern. Now we have created a simple demo. I have a title slide, some detailed slides, and the last thank you slide. Now I just want to run this presentation. So I go to the slideshow and I start my presentation from beginning. This is how my slideshow will run. Now let us see the use of transitions and animations that make your presentation even more effective. The PowerPoint presentation that we saw did not have any special effects. So now let us add some special effects. There are different types of effects like transitions and animations. First, let us see what are transitions. Transitions are basically special effects that happen when we move from one slide to another. Here you can see transition to the slide. You have different styles. For example, this style or this style. If I want to apply this particular style to all my slides, I have to go and click this apply to all option. Now let me run my PowerPoint presentation again and see the effect. Now let us see the animations. Now suppose I want my text to have certain type of animations. You can see so many options available here. To see the entire list, click on this drop down button. You can see there are different types of animations for entrance, emphasis, exit, motion path, etc. Now I want to add the animation impact on my text. I go to the animation tab and select any animation that I like. For the entrance, I choose this animation, or I want to choose the grow and turn option. Maybe for this, I want to choose another emphasis. For example, I want the wave option. Let us see how it looks. So I go to the slideshow option and I just want to see this particular slide and not the entire show. So I select from current slide. Now let us see how do we save our presentation. If you are connected to cloud, then you must have this autosave option on. Unless you want to specifically set it off, you can go and set off the autosave option. But if you keep it on, it will ensure that whatever changes you make are automatically saved and you don't have to worry about losing your hard work. Now you can see that it shows save status. Now if I make some more changes, then you will see that it will automatically start saving it without me having physically to go and save it. Unfortunately, the autosave option is not available for local files. It is only available when you want to save it on the cloud. Now let us save our file. I have already given this name. Suppose I want to save it as another file. For example, this is my new version. So I add v1 after my file name and I choose the location where I want to save it. And now my new file has got saved. Let us also have a look at the various options as to where you can save the file. For example, this is my cloud location. This is OneDrive Cloud, which is basically attached to my Microsoft account. Similarly, you can also have Google Cloud option, or you can save it locally on the PC. Also note that when we save our PowerPoint presentation, the default extension is PPTX. There are various other extensions as well. For example, you can see PDF, which will basically convert your presentation into a PDF file. More commonly used is also the MP4 or the WMV, which converts your slide into videos. Now let us see the different ways in which we can manage our slides. If you want to move around your slides, you can do so through this slide manager. For example, this slide at number 4, I want to move it to number 3. So I simply drag it to the position that I want. I can also select multiple slides and move them together. If I want, I can delete any slide that I want from here. For example, I don't want to show the investment requirement yet, so I can simply go and click on the delete option. Or there is another option where you can hide the slide. For example, you want to keep the slide for your information, but you don't want the audience to see it. Now let us have a little deeper view at the presenter's view. To run a slideshow, we have already seen how to run it. We go to this menu, we select slideshow tab. Over here, you can see you can start it from the beginning or from the current slide. Like for example, if I choose this to be my current slide, my show will start running from this slide and not from the beginning. Now let us have a look at the different type of views we have for a PowerPoint slide. For example, this is a normal viewing option in which we design our slides, we add them, we delete them, etc. This is another view which is called as the slide sorter view. Here you can see snippets of your slides. You can easily manage them by moving it from one position to another. You still have many other options that you can use for your slides. You can have one view in which you can see the timings for each slide, etc. Then you have this as the reading view. So in the reading view, this is especially for a very short review. It is not meant for big presentations, but it is mostly for an individual person, especially before the presentation. If he just wants to have a view as to how his slide will run, you can use a reading view. And then this is the slideshow view. So this is the actual view, how it will be in front of an audience when you are using a projector, or if you are presenting it to a bigger crowd. In this particular view, you have many other multiple options. For example, you have these pointer options. You have options of displaying this on multiple screens, different types of screens. So these kind of options you will not get it in the reading view. Now, when giving the presentation, sometimes the presenter want to have some notes for themselves, but they don't want those notes to be visible to the audience. For that, go to the View tab and click on Notes. Here I can add whatever notes I want. These are some tips, or these are some points that I need to use while I'm giving my presentation. Now, let me go to the slideshow option, and here I will select the presenter view. Here you can see the notes, and we can easily read this during the presentation without the audience looking at them. Also, you can see an option here. So basically, this is only for us. We just see what's going to come next, but the audience cannot see it. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to know specifically about some other points, please let me know, and let me know what other videos you want to see. Thank you so much.